Alrighty guys, so this video is about my goals and how I'm going to achieve them. I would like you guys to do something similar in your own life. So, I think there's three main goals you should have at a time. I think 2 is too restrictive and allows too much free time. And 4 is too many and it's hard to constantly pursue them. So I think you should go for an educational goal, I think you should go for a physical goal, and I think you should go for a financial goal. All of them. And I think you should try to make them tie into each other. That's what I did. So I'm trying to become a personal trainer, which I want to get the NASM certification. So that ties into financial because that'll be my job, but it's educational based. I'm also trying to become skinnier, so I'm fasting and doing a bunch of stuff. I'm learning stuff from the NASM and applying it. So that's my physical goal. And then my third goal, I'm going to move to Texas. Some things that go with it is I want to buy a motorcycle, potentially get rid of my car, and I kind of want to keep it, but it's going to be hard to take it from Idaho to Texas with my motorcycle, or I can move to Texas and then buy a motorcycle, but you know, it's whatever. So the steps I'm taking, so with fat loss, that's one that takes time. So what I'm doing is I'm fasting, I'm updating my diet, I'm changing my workouts, and I'm doing a bunch of little baby steps. I write it down, I accomplish it, I cross it off, and the next day you do the same thing. So the fat loss one should take around 30 minutes max, or an hour 30 every day. 30 minutes to an hour 30, around that much time. Then the moving one, that's financial based, so I want to save up $8,000 to $4,000, anywhere between there. But I set a deadline. My birthday's in May, so as soon as I turn 22, I'm going to start calling down there looking for a job. I'm going to look for places to rent, and then I'm going to move down there, and then I'm going to really, put myself in a do or die situation. So that one, I'm also planning things for that. I gotta make calls. That's a progression in life thing. So, there's the 3 goals and they all kind of tie into each other. The Texas one is because I want to go over to Texas, start new, and I want to start building my image in Texas. I'm thinking Dallas because my buddy said he likes Dallas. I'm not going to bring anyone with me. I'm just going to move full send. If it backfires, it backfires. I just move back to Idaho, whatever. And with NASM, what I'm doing is I found the flashcards online for free. My book, I have the book. I'm not enrolled in it yet because they give you 6 months and it has a 64% passing rate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn all the flashcards. There's 633 flashcards. I'm going to master them all. I'm done with the first section. I'm starting the second section. I'm able to consistently get 20 flashcards every day, but the thing is I want to do more than that. So all day at work, what I do is I do 20 flashcards in like the first hour actually, because it's really simple, but every flashcard after that is diminishingly harder and all that good stuff. So it's like getting 30 is really, really difficult. So I'm getting 20 as my minimum, I'm getting 40 as my maximum, and it's averaging out around 30 to 32 cards a day. Which, there's 633, and if I'm getting 32 a day, that's going to take me around 20, let's just say 25 days, because I'm not doing it on my days off as much as I should be. Like yesterday was my day off and I didn't even touch it. Now, how can this apply to you? See how I'm doing little things that build up the big things? So like, with my job, realistically, I'm gonna earn max like $20,000 a year, but the NASM personal trainers earn anywhere from $40,000 to like $52,000 a year. So, that's a big financial jump for me if I can double my income or more, because I'm not even working full-time at my job. And if I was a personal trainer, honestly, I'd probably work full-time because I love it. I love my current job, it's just not something I would be happy doing every day, especially because it's kind of annoying. I like it, but it's annoying. and then, you know, cutting, all that. So everybody can relate to weight loss or weight gain, or because, you know, if you're not trying to physically improve, you're either trying to maintain or you're in the wrong place. You know, you should always try to physically improve, mentally improve, and if you're not, then you're just, there's this saying, do you want life to hand you everything, or do you want to hand yourself the life? And, you know, if you don't understand what that means, it's basically, do you want life to happen, or do you want to be what makes it happen? Like, you can wait for somebody to give you a promotion at your job, or you can make your own business and be the one who promotes oneself. Like, everything you do directly benefits you and gives you more money, or tests your ideas and then it fails and you lose money, and now you know. And then you grow and become better. And so those are, you know, my goals, and I think you can take stuff from what I'm saying and what I'm doing. Like, I have buddies who only do 2 goals at a time, but in reality, he has more like 3. Like, I have a buddy who's trying to lose weight, and I have a buddy, and he's also trying to do the NASM. Now, he says he's only doing those 2, which kind of sucks for him, because I'm not going to give him his name or anything, but I can tell that it's backfiring a bit, because what he's doing is he's still eating Rice Krispies and workouts, and he argues it's for, you know, a better workout and better strength and better performance and all that stuff, and he's still drinking soda, he's still doing this. I think the stress of the NASM, because how stressful it is on him, because he doesn't enjoy how he's doing it, I enjoy how I do it, is now affecting his other goal. Now, you want them to complement each other. You don't want them to work against each other. Like, as you can see with him, and he's like, I'm losing weight. And he lost, like, instantly. Because he was my weight at 270. He went from 270 to 262 within, like, 2 to 3 days. I'm like, if anything, you're just losing water weight, and you're losing certain salts and stuff like that. And no, he's like, no, it's mostly fat. I'm like, if your body, let's say, burns 3,500 calories every day, which is pretty good, let's just say that's your maintenance to just maintain your weight. That means if you don't eat anything, it's 3,500 calories. And you know, 70% of your calories is used for your metabolism while eating food. So if you don't eat, it goes down, obviously. And I broke it down to him, but he just wouldn't listen. So the thing is, it's like, you have to be honest with yourself. Like, I'm honest with myself. I know I will get sick and tired of using the flashcards about 2 hours into studying every day. So what I do is I space it out, then I talk, and I explain to myself why I want it. And also, I try to make it fun, so I'll write down something that it's a little confusing, then I'll do a deep research dive, then I'll never forget the flashcard. And then I don't need to use the mnemonic tricks or anything. I fully understand this thing, and I know what it is. And that's what I do. I make it fun, I make it different every day. So there's some days where, you know, I get only the 20 flashcards in, but those 20 flashcards are not permanent, because I broke each flashcard apart, really did a deep study dive into it, I fully understand it. I made little projects out of it. So like, if there's a flashcard, like, that's like, if somebody is squatting, what are some muscles that might be underdeveloped? And what I did is I wrote down every muscle, I researched what every muscle does, how to stretch it, how to work it out, where it attaches, where it disattaches, and I would like look at images and I would try to find it, and you know, if I was wrong, if I was right. And that's the thing, I would do projects and make it fun and do things like that. Now, since you're not in school, or since this isn't school related, do it how you want to do it and make sure it complements your way of thinking or getting things done. Don't do what school taught you. You hated school, so don't do it like school. I do it how I enjoy it. I quite literally like going on YouTube and watching some guy explain it to me. He shows me images, he shows me graphs, and he makes it interesting, because he doesn't make money unless it's interesting. And that's how it's done. And then I can fact check him on other websites, or just looking it up and blah blah blah. And it's easy, it's simple. And honestly, I think you should set different length goals. Like my weight loss goal, I'm hoping I achieve before my NASM certification, and I'm hoping my Texas one comes last. But the thing is, at the rate I'm going, because NASM takes roughly 6 months to do, and May, which my birthday month is only 5 months away. Because it's the end of December, Christmas is right around the corner. You know, realistically, what's probably going to happen is I'm going to move to Texas. I'm going to be skinny by then. Hopefully, that's the goal. Especially how I'm fasting and stuff. I'm hoping it goes, I have abs, Texas, then NASM. That's how it looks like it's going to end up, but I'm trying to make it skinny, NASM. I don't care which one of those two go first, I just want them to be before Texas, and then Texas. Because if I start calling down looking for jobs like, hey, I'm NASM certified, can I train at your gym? Blah, 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 can I look for clients, blah, blah, blah. I'm from up here, so can I get a front desk position so I get pay? But I have front desk experience at hotels, at a supplement store, and just that. That's all I've ever done is front desk stuff, and I would like to, whatever. I can leverage myself better. And there's a lot more competition in Texas too, so it'll drive me to be better. And all that good stuff. It all ties in together. And, just take 3 goals. Really think about what you want. My camera ran out of space, but take 3 goals, figure out what you really want, set deadlines, and then try to give yourself the fear factor of not succeeding. So, I'm telling you guys my goals, so if things don't happen by certain times, you can be like, what happened? Why didn't you do it? And there's reasonable stuff, like let's say my grandma dies, or oh god, I don't want to jinx it, but let's just say something awful happens, and it's like, well, I couldn't move to Texas because of this. Or let's say the NASM gets updated, gets completely overhauled for some reason, and it's like, well, the reason my NASM's late is because things happen, the wording changed. And let's say, why didn't you get skinny? It's like, well, a medical condition popped up. Those are all excuses, but those are all valid excuses. That's why you set multiple goals, because one goal can be achieved while the other one's life can happen. So, life does happen and it does impose on you, but you need to set multiple goals because it's going to end some of them for you. And I'm hoping all my goals go through with no problem. That's usually how life can go if you actually stay on them and work towards them. And, I'm using you guys as blackmail for myself. So, you can tell people your goals, but I'm not going to lie, most people aren't going to care about your goals. Honestly, do any of you care about my goals? No. But somebody will probably say to me in the future, why didn't you get NASM certified? You talked about it like it was such a good thing. And blah, blah, blah. Or I can just simply go back and I'm blackmailing myself, you hold yourself accountable. No one else can. And let that be a thing. It's a negative way of doing it, but it's a negative positive because, putting pressure on yourself is good. You should be under some stress at all times, because if you're not, you're going to create your own mental problems and your own depressions and your own things like that. If you have something driving you, then that's your problem. You don't have time to worry about oh, does so-and-so hate me and all that good stuff. Alrighty guys, stay awesome.